The National Assembly has responded to the protest of the striking workers. The spokesperson of the House of Representatives, Mr. NASS, says the Minister of Finance has been summoned to explain the delay in the payment of the workers' wages. Mr. NASS fears that the 2019 budget presentation by the President to the joint session of the National Assembly may be in jeopardy should the workers refuse to call off their strike.
We decided to invite the Minister of Finance, and the report will be late tomorrow, so that they will get to hear. At least the Minister of Finance will not tell us lies. She will tell us what has actually transpired, the releases, and the releases not only on them, all the releases as far as his 2018 budget was concerned, they were asked to give us the releases, and they have clearly stated the releases. So we will make Nigerians know. So it is the staff will know that we are not just telling lies. We are not being economical with the truth, and that was why we took those steps. I think what we are saying is that the legislature and we in the National Assembly are really concerned. We cannot do our job without these members of staff. Truly. Some of them are even very experienced. So if you come, some of them have been in the clerk of certain committees. They also educate some of us as to activities going on. So we cannot do without them. So if they have issues, we should be in the position to be with them. But again, we are in democracy. They should not hold us to ransom. They should not hold the whole president from presenting a budget. The budget is the budget of the nation. Mr. Shehu will represent the entire country. And therefore, if you stop the budget from being presented, we are likely to run into a constitutional crisis.
Now let's take another look at the issues involved. Joining me live from Abuja is the National President, Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, Blockade. Thanks a lot for joining us on the News at 10.
Thank you very much.
All right, so the crisis has been brewing for a while now, but what do you have to say to people who say that the workers are just trying to hold the National Assembly to ransom with this action and this 4-day warning strike?
No, we are not trying to hold anybody to ransom. The leadership of National Assembly knows that we have exercised enough patience over these demands. They started in January, precisely 25th of January. We had written a letter demanding for those our entitlements to be given. They have been lingering since 2010. That is 8 years down the line, and nothing has been done. The letter of January was not attended to. Then we wrote another reminder in September, calling attention to the issues we raised. In January, nothing was done. In November, we wrote another letter, which will have been the final letter. Yet nothing was done, and we were under pressure from our members that we might have compromised. That is why we didn't care about the demands were made earlier, which necessitated us into calling for Congress. That Congress resolved that we should give a 2 weeks ultimatum to the leadership to meet our demands. And before the 2 weeks ultimatum, we put in another action in form of warning, which is the picketing, and we started on the 4th of December. It was to last for 3 days, but the National Assembly leadership intervened and then asked for our understanding to enter into negotiation, which we did on that 4th. 5th and 6th we discussed, and we have a good faith in the leadership of National Assembly. And we expected that by now, those our demands will have been met. But okay, unfortunately, they have not been met. So that is why we decided to embark on the action. Actually,
let me just ask you so we can have a two-way conversation. I know you've talked about the fact that perhaps your demands were not met, and that's why we're here. But are you looking at the timing of what's happening, being as all eyes are now on the presentation of the appropriation bill that the President is supposed to do on Wednesday? How do you think what you're doing, either barricading of the entrance or downing tools, how do you think that would affect that process?
We didn't barricade anywhere. Our actions are only affecting our members. As per the presentation of the budget of Mr. President, we didn't plan to stop him from presenting the budget. Neither did we have any plan to stop members of National Assembly or any non-person member from getting access to the National Assembly. We didn't plan for that. But
yes,
our
you didn't plan for that.
As we said earlier, will be withdrawn from the members.
You didn't plan for it, but it did happen at some point about 2 weeks ago when the House could not sit. And so you saying that you didn't barricade anywhere, that's a little bit something that we're going to look at. But then just listening to the spokesperson of the House of Reps earlier, I mean, he said that there could be a crisis, a constitutional crisis, if the president isn't able to present that appropriation bill on Wednesday, though you said you're not planning to stop him from doing that.
Yes, we are not. Even the picketing we didn't stop anybody. Our actions were restricted within the lobby of National Assembly. And on that day, we had meetings with the leadership of National Assembly on 3 occasions. That is on the 4th of December. So if we stopped members from gaining access into National Assembly, we wouldn't have had the meetings we had. So I don't think we are stopping anybody from getting into National Assembly, be it a member of the National Assembly. They are our bosses, so we couldn't have stopped them from gaining access to the building. Even members of the public who render some essential services like cleaners, bankers, and other contractors, we are working within the National Assembly. Even today, we allow them access. So we don't stop non-members from entering into National Assembly.
All right, National President of the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, Bala Hadi. Thanks for sharing your thoughts and being here on the News at 10 tonight. Thank you.